also like just watching everything, yo. Like I'll be watching every single little piece of everything. Even I'm looking in the skies and I see them up there. I don't know if y'all see what I'm seeing, but I know everybody's seeing a lot of things, but I see something different when I look up there. I see it though. And then you know when it's almost like a similar feeling you may get to when like a storm is coming or the type of weather that you want to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's empowering in some aspect, but it's a different type of empowering. It's stillness, but I don't know how else to. And it's been so nostalgic lately, like almost like giving me the opportunity to go over those memories and let them go or whatever, right? Cause it's ill, yo. It's like I don't think people really get it. Like everybody's still doing this other stuff, and I'm like nobody gets it. The only thing you're supposed to do is increase the value of the light that you have. And that's why the world started you out trying to put you through stuff so then you wouldn't even understand what that was. And that would be the last thing you ever attempt to do, as the situations never get fully embraced by anyone. More negative things in the world take place that to where you become numb to it and you just accept. You become numb to the negative things in the world and you just accept that that's what that is. And you never fight for the value that gave you life in the first place. You find smidgets and pieces of what that means through other circumstances and acts of kindness, never solidifying the whole value of what it is, dying at the end of your life expectancy with the opportunity of saying your whole life you just attempted to try it instead of doing it. People say life is boring, they can't feel anything. They want to feel stuff, so most people do negative things to feel powerful, right? You know, a lot of cheating still to feel strong, as if you outsmarted something. Every frequency of existence is just laid in front of us. So all the negative frequencies that people of character or morals don't take, it's because we know the consequences already. We know those negative frequencies. And to see someone take those choices is like, why would you do that? Intelligence is just what it is. It's intel. The same way you would jump on the narrow or or the the most plentiful road and try to go and have a smorgasbord. We look for the logical aspect, but also we get a chance to go over all the prospects before choosing. See, it's just a difference when you understand what patience is truly about. It gives you the opportunity to sit down and look at everything. It gives you the opportunity to study everything in the full. the full totality of what you're trying to understand. Having self-control over your own emotions is just the point of the like solidifying the box, you know, the opening of the box, the true release of self. Like that's the solidification when you can walk in these true standpoints, removing your emotion from all standpoints. You see, people are more tied to the emotional aspect of the world instead of their logical aspect of thinking. So it's like saying you're going to control the logic with your emotional way of looking at the world, and that's still like 2/3 barbaric, if anything has a mental connection to it. Like that's what that solidifies. That somewhere inside you, you still revert to your animalistic ways to get certain things, structures, activities, mental understandings complete. It's almost like saying a person who has to use curse words when they're angry is because they're angry. So you have to use a curse word instead of speaking in some other type of dialect, right? So it's interesting. It's just interesting to me that you can honestly sit down and watch a character of an individual from 1,000 miles away. It doesn't matter where you are. It just takes understanding what the bases are. You could try to say, I'll do this, I'll do that. Some people get mad when you actually point out the value of how mathematics plays a role. And sometimes it's so dead on point, we want to find other things to match these values. And ultimately, it is what it is. Not identifying with particular characteristics society may entail as something that we should look forward to, as labeling ourselves might be the smartest thing I've heard someone say. You have to re-identify yourself with the combinations that you were created as, times what that multiplies as one individual. Not highlighting those values from where you came to say, I'm this, I'm that, or this happened to me, or that happened to me, so I'm going to do this. No, you're always supposed to rise above, and you have to find out what that is for yourself. That's your life and your path. The traumas can't be what holds you back in life. They have to be what you're carved out of. And you should be stronger every time to go back and get the best versions of yourself, and then never leave those behind. Never leave the best versions of you behind, because that's the thing that's going to help you build more into your future. A lot of people don't understand that, so they'll throw tension tantrums and they're quick to throw away their good parts to answer questions of invalid retrospect. I remember someone used to say to me, one thing ain't got nothing to do with the next. And this shit just didn't sink into my head, right? And then when it finally did sink into my head, I was like, you know what? That's some intelligent shit to say, especially in the right circumstance. So, with that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Just something to think about. NAGA.